So let's give a big round of applause for our judge, Mr. Sanjay Silwal Gupta, and we will hear few sentences from him now.
सर्वप्रथम सबैजनालाई नमस्कार। खल्तीलाई चाहिँ फर्स्ट अफ अल म धेरै धन्यवाद भन्न चाहन्छु फर मेकिङ दिस पोसिबल। मलाई थाहा छ कार्यक्रम गर्नलाई स्पोन्सरसिप कतिको महत्त्वपूर्ण हुन्छ र खल्ती र अमित सर यही हुनुहुन्छ होइन। भेरी ग्रेट जब एन्ड थ्याङ्क यू फर स्पोन्सरिङ सच अ फ्यान्टास्टिक इभेन्ट। त्यसपछि म एकदमै शारदा प्रोडक्सन्सलाई म एउटा मात्र होइन दुईटै थम्स अप दिन्छु फर अर्गनाइजिङ सच अ फ्यान्टास्टिक इभेन्ट। एन्ड यसले कति महत्त्व लिन्छ भनेर चाहिँ म थोरै त्यसको बारेमा चाहिँ थोरै कुरा गर्न चाहन्छु होइन। यो सबैजनाको सुने मैले होइन। म यो टपिक्सलाई एक्चुली फेरि टप टु बटम जान्छु है। एलजिबिटिक्यू सक्सेस, सास, एजुकेसन सिस्टम कति चाहिँ महत्त्व छ होइन। यो ब्युटीको भन्ने कुरा एकजना साथीले गर्नुभएको थियो। नेपाली अङ्ग्रेजी नेप इङ्ग्लिस भनेर एकजना साथीले कुराकानी गर्नुभएको थियो। हामीले सुत्ने चाहिँ यो रातको यो जुन 8 घन्टाको समय छ, अब म जम्मा 5-6 घन्टा सुत्छु होइन। अब उहाँले भनिसकेपछि अर्को 1 घन्टा चाहिँ थप्ने सोच मैले राखेँ है। ठुलो शब्द रेप जस्तो ठुलो शब्द पनि एकजना साथीले प्रयोग गर्नुभयो। त्यसपछि एकदम कुलको कुरा पनि हामीले गऱ्यौँ। संस्कृति र त्यसको प्रभाव होइन। एउटा न्युज भनिन्छ होइन, नर्थ इस्ट वेस्ट साउथ भनिन्छ। यो चारैतिरको यो प्रभाव जुन छ त्यो प्रभावको बारेमा पनि उहाँले कुराकानी गर्नुभयो। एम्पथी सँगसँगै हु वी आर, सँगसँगै पावर, स्टुडेन्ट एन्ड फाइनेन्स र हामी जहाँ अहिले उभिरहेका छौँ यो संसारको बारेमा भर्खरै साथीले कुराकानी गर्नुभयो होइन। यो सबै थोक सुनिसकेपछि चाहिँ म निलिसा सँगसँगै सुब्रत पौडेलजी र अगेन के विनर रितेश राज गुरुङ सँगसँगै अलिजे र एन्टायर टिमलाई होइन ह्याट्स अफ टु यु फर मेकिङ दिस पोसिबल। यो कति महत्त्व यो नामै यति महत्त्वपूर्ण छ कि होइन। टकिङ टाइटन्स, यो टकिङ भन्ने बित्तिकै त्यो एक्सप्रेसिङ भन्छु कि म चाहिँ। र यही कुरा चाहिँ लगभग 14-15 वर्षदेखि नै मैले गर्दै आएको छु। त्योभन्दा अलिक अगाडिदेखि नै गर्दैछु जस्तो लाग्छ होइन। एउटा कल सेन्टरमा काम गर्थेँ म र त्यहीबाट आफूले एक्सप्रेस गर्ने आफ्नो बानी चाहिँ त्यहीबाट सुरु भएको जस्तो लाग्छ। मैले आफूले एक्सप्रेस गर्ने बानी। त्यस पश्चात अब रेडियोमा आयो, त्यसपछि टेलिभिजन गरियो, त्यसपछि सिनेमा खेलियो। अहिले गएर कतिजना साथीहरूले मेरो पडकास्ट हेर्नुहुन्छ होला। हरेक दिन मेरो फाइटै त्यही रहेको छ कि मैले जे एक्सप्रेस गर्दैछु त्यो कुरा मान्छेहरूले कसरी लिन्छन्, अथवा गभर्मेन्टले कसरी लिन्छ, अथवा अन्य धेरै निकायले कसरी लिन्छ। र म जोसँग कुरा गर्छु हरेक दिन आँखामा आँखा हालेर चाहिँ जोसँग कुरा गर्छु, उहाँहरूले चाहिँ मेरो कुरा कसरी लिनुहुन्छ र उहाँहरूसँग गरेको कन्भर्सेसन चाहिँ सबैजनाले कसरी लिनुहुन्छ भन्ने चाहिँ त्यो एउटा त्यो कन्भर्सेसन त्यो टकिङ नै हो मैले गर्ने। र त्यही सन्दर्भमा आज जो यङ साथीहरूलाई मैले देखेको छु उहाँहरूले जसरी चाहिँ एक्सप्रेस गर्नुभएको छ त्यो कोही साथीहरूले राष्ट्रियताको कुराकानी गर्नुभयो, कोही साथीहरूले त्यो बदलिदो समयको कुराकानी गर्नुभयो, कोही साथीहरूले त्यो हरेक दिन उहाँहरूको माझमा चाहिँ उहाँहरूले चाहिँ के कुरा चाहिँ उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ सबसे महत्त्वपूर्ण लाग्छ त्यो कुराहरू चाहिँ उहाँहरूले यहाँ आएर चाहिँ गर्नुभयो। र मलाई एकदम गजब लाग्यो। म 2-3 थोक भन्छु र मलाई थाहा छ धेरै तपाईँहरू सबैजनालाई अब अलमोस्ट हुन्छ यी सबैको कुरा सुनिसक्नु भएको छ। अब उसले पनि आएर के भन्ला भनेर सोचिरहनु भएको छ होला। 2-3 थोक भन्छु अनि त्यसपछि म आई गो ब्याक टु माई सिट। पहिलो थोक चाहिँ म यहाँ अघि नै मैले सुनेको थिएँ मम्मी ड्याडी आउनु भएको छ भनेर। मम्मी ड्याडी आउनु भएको छ है, आमा बुवा फ्यामिली मेम्बर्स आउनु भएको छ, जो साथीहरू यहाँ आउनुहुन्थ्यो आउनु भएको छ है। सर्वप्रथम म तपाईँहरूलाई भन्न चाहन्छु, थम्स अप तपाईँहरूलाई दिन चाहन्छु कि तपाईँहरूले प्रोत्साहन गरिदिनु भयो तपाईँको छोराछोरीलाई यहाँसम्म आउनु। फ्यामिलीको इम्पोर्टेन्स सबसे ठुलो छ र घरमा बसेर चाहिँ तपाईँहरूले सुनिदिनु भयो आफ्नो छोराछोरीलाई कि उहाँहरूले जुन स्पिच पहिला यहाँ दिनुभयो नि होइन, यहाँ जसरी चाहिँ उहाँहरूले चाहिँ आफूलाई एक्सप्रेस गर्नुभयो त्यो आइएम स्योर तपाईँको अगाडि चाहिँ घरमा गर्नुभयो होला र तपाईँहरूले चाहिँ हो राम्रो छ भन्नुभयो। त्यो सबसे ठुलो कुरा मेरो लागि त्यसको लागि धन्यवाद बुवा आमाको लागि for making them and telling them and letting them know that it is possible कि तिमी स्टेजमा आएर चाहिँ बोल्न सक्छौ है छोरा सक्छौ है छोरी भनेर त्यसको लागि चाहिँ धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद र थ्याङ्क यू for being a good listener and I believe all of us should be a good listener to be able to go ahead and give a speech. So thank you very much to the parents, thank you very much to the family members as well for making this possible. एउटा इम्पोर्टेन्ट कुरा के छ भने चाहिँ म जहिले पनि बारम्बार भन्छु र आज पनि भन्न चाहन्छु हार चाहिँ कहिले पनि खानु हुँदैन आज जज गर्नलाई बसेको छु म हैन र अफकोर्स पोइन्ट्स पनि दिएँ मैले मेरो साथीहरूले पनि दिनुभएको छ चारु मान्छी अमित सर सबैजनाले दिनुभएको छ हैन मेरो लागि सबैजना विनर्स हुनुहुन्छ सबैजना चाहिँ विनर्स हुनुहुन्छ आज र भविष्यमा म बाहिर अहिले यो कार्यक्रम सकिसकेपछि सबैजनासँग भेट्छु र सबैजनालाई चाहिँ हुन्छ नि त्यो थम्स अप चाहिँ म दिन्छु एभ्रीबडी इज अ विनर इन माई आइज राइट हियर टुडे बिकज दे वर एबल टु एक्सप्रेस देमसेल्भ्स र लास्टमा चाहिँ त्यो दुईटा कुरा चाहिँ मलाई के गर्नु मन थियो भने गल्ती चाहिँ सबैले गर्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ कि मैले पनि गरेको छु त्यही गल्तीबाट सिक्दैछु र हजारौं गल्ती अझ गर्छु होला हैन म उहाँहरुलाई त्यही नै भन्छु यो कार्यक्रम सकिसकेपछि वी अल ह्याभ टु मेक टन्स अफ मिस्टेक्स एन्ड लास्ट थिङ इज आई स अल अफ देम सबैजनाले चाहिँ आफ्नो मुटुबाट बोल्नु भएको छ सो त्यसको लागि चाहिँ अल अफ देम आर विनर्स एन्ड दे टक फ्रम देयर हार्ट्स एन्ड प्लिज उहाँहरूलाई यो प्रोत्साहन चाहिँ यो कार्यक्रमले अर्गनाइजर्स स्पोन्सर्स सपोर्टर्स स्पेशली फ्यामिली मेम्बर्सले दिनुभएको छ त्यो प्रोत्साहन अझ दिनु होला मुटुबाट बोल है भनेर चाहिँ त्यो प्रोत्साहन जहिले पनि दिनु होला एन्ड द्याट इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेन्ट थिङ थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच फर ह्याभिङ मी
He is international corporate trainer, communication coach, Ms. Mansi Agrawal. So please be here at the stage now. So likewise, I would like to call Managing Director of SHARDA Productions, Ms. Nilisha Tamrakar. So Mansi ma'am, we would love to hear a few sentences from you as well.
So for a few of you who know, for the last few months, I was participating in a show called Imagine Nepal. Suraj, yes, you do? Great, I'm so glad. I'm going to definitely pass it on to the management. I'm going for a party there right now and I'll tell them that people have been watching us. Suraj, our cinematographer here, was on my team. Let's have a round of applause for him. He's done a great job as well. And show Matara euta strange kura huntyo. Our judge was Mr. Bhushan Dahal, the one and only, right? Every time before giving us the marks, and Suraj will agree, every time before giving the marks, he'd say, "Ekdam garo bhairach cha malai. It's such a difficult job." Today, sitting on that chair, I realized exactly what he meant. Because on one hand, I was extremely impressed by somebody's manner, somebody's voice, somebody's vocal variety. On the other hand, somebody's speech moved me. So for me personally, this entire escapade really sensitized me to what Mr. Dahal was saying all those years, all those months. Now, how many of you here, because I see a lot of students here, how many of you here have heard about the 10,000 hour rule? You have, one person, okay, great. The 10,000 hour rule is a very simple thing which says that to achieve expert level proficiency in anything at all, you need to have committed 10,000 hours to that. Today as I sat here, I was extremely amazed to find that so many people here are 16, 18, 20, 21, and I'm thinking, I started speaking professionally at 23. These guys are 20,000 hours ahead of where I'm going to be. So let's have a round of applause for everybody. You guys started much younger. You guys started at the right time. When I was growing up, public speaking was not something we aspired to do. I was studying economics. I thought I'm going to be an economist in the government. Thank God I didn't. But here's the point. You guys have these options and I love that you all exercise these options. I love that, like Sanjay just said, parents are here to encourage you to do that. But for me today, when I was listening to you, here's what I really loved. I love that this generation, and I'm going to call you the next generation for sure, I'm 37, you guys are way younger. This generation is very comfortable being vulnerable. That is something we were not taught to do. I love the courage you have when a young kid here comes up in front of 200 strangers and talks about things that are extremely personal to them, that vulnerability is really what I see, what I understand, what I love, and what I truly, truly respect. So for everyone who came here and bared their soul and spoke about personal topics, getting slapped by a parent, things about how you felt when you were not included in a group, these are extremely complicated and it takes a lot of courage to be there. And I love that vulnerability, that openness, because that truly is what connects human beings. So that is something I learned. What I also really enjoyed was that a lot of you had humor. I'm going to make this slightly educational now. A lot of you had humor, a lot of you connected with the audience. I also loved that a lot of you asked us questions. We felt involved and engaged, and that for me truly is a great speech. A couple things, 2 little tips for all the students here who are looking at speaking. I wish you used a few more literary devices. I'm not going to get into any technicalities here because that's going to bore the parents who are on this side. But a few more literary devices would have truly added a lot. I heard a lot of triads. You know what a triad is? Does anyone know what a triad is? No. Okay, so the last speaker, you do it, you just don't know what it is. The last speaker asked us 3 questions at the end. Do you remember that? Yes? So he involved us and he did it in the power of 3. So the moment you repeat anything thrice, that's a triad, and that's beautiful. Like this, there are many other literary devices, and for all the students who came here to speak, I would strongly encourage that you go Google, find out, learn as much as you can, because that adds a lot. And at the end of it, I just want to say, I'm truly grateful for this opportunity. I'm truly grateful that I got a chance to genuinely understand and get an insight and an inroad into what you all think, the next generation. And I know that having heard all of you, our future is in good hands. Thank you so much.
Miss Charu Chadda on the stage as our beautiful judge. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here. We would love to hear a bit from you as well, ma'am.
Very good evening. It was an amazing way to spend the afternoon here today. Hearing the 15 finalists speaking from their heart was really, truly a treat this afternoon. I just have one little thing to say that, I noticed that each one of you chose topics that were really, maybe that were close to you, that you felt strongly about. I just want you to focus a little more on the content, because something that connects to you truly from the heart is when another person feels it in the right way. There's a lot of noise in the world. There's a lot of noise everywhere. Our phones, the television, talk shows, there's so much noise. But how do you separate yourself? How do you separate the good noise from the bad noise is really what makes the difference. And although, Sanjay clearly said, we are all winners here, all of you did a great job, that's undoubtedly true. But again, when you come to a competition, you come to win. There's no 2 ways about it. You put in everything that you want to put in, and that, it's the trying moment. So whoever wins today, I really look forward to seeing who our choice is. And that's going to be something really special. But to all of you, for having tried, for having been out there, and for the rigorous training and the mentorship that's gone into this whole making this event happen, congratulations to everyone.
SHARDA Production Private Limited, digitalizing and visualizing brand since 2013.